Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm back with another tip video. This is something that I've been wanting to get out for a while now. This particular play, and it's the PA corner post play that you see on the screen right there at a single back dice slot. If you watch my gameplay videos, you'll notice I do run this play a lot. I really like single back doubles, and this is kind of the play that I built my scheme around. I think it's one of my favorite plays in the game. I think it's a really good play. I don't know if it's a top 5 play, but I think I'd say it's top 10, but I'm pretty biased, so take that for what you will. But I just think it's really good. You get double deep cross routes, and then you've got flexibility on the outside. You can fade a receiver for a user catch option. You can put them on a smoke screen. You can put them on an in route, a comeback. Really do whatever. So I'll go ahead and show you a few ways that I like to run it. The corner post route, I pretty much never leave because it's just too slow. Either you'll get blitzed and you won't have time to throw it, or even if they don't blitz and they only rush like 3 or 4, the defensive line block sheds this year are just too good, and you won't have enough time to let that route develop more times than not. So it's just not worth it to leave it. Most of the times I'll put a tall receiver out there and fade him for a user catch. Sometimes I'll put him on an in route if I want kind of a secondary read over the middle. Sometimes I'll smoke screen him if I think the flat will be open. If I plan to smoke screen that receiver, then I'll put like Paul Richardson or Ricardo Lockett or somebody out there, and not Chris Matthews, somebody who's faster. But more times than not, this is how I run the play with the double crossing routes and the double fades on the outside. One for the user catch, and Doug Baldwin is really just as a clear out route. So I'll run this a few times for you guys here. And right there, notice the flat was going to be wide open, and just go ahead and dump it off and get a free 18 yards. That's another route that I think I failed to mention. You've got the delay flat route, which is really good. I usually like keeping that route and just canceling the play action because it's just a really good route. It get the protection from the blocking, and then it releases into the flat. But as you can see, it kind of angles upfield, so when he catches the ball, he's able to get upfield really quickly instead of being like 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. When he catches the ball, he actually catches the ball a yard or two ahead of the line of scrimmage. So that's why I like that one. Right there, hit the crossing route against man-to-man. Really hard to run man against this play because one of the crossing routes will be open, or both will be open, and they can only use their one. So they have to pick one, and whichever one they don't pick, you throw the other one. Right there, that was weird. Luke Wilson got knocked down, if you noticed, or somebody got knocked down. Hold up, let me see this. I don't even know what happened. Yeah, Luke Wilson got knocked down at the line of scrimmage right there. He got creamed. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. So I didn't have a second crossing route. He would have been wide open. He would have been like right here. So that would have been the read. So I tried to force it to Jermaine Kearse and got a hand on it, but wasn't able to hold on to it in traffic. But that was really weird. That's the first time I've ever seen that. I wouldn't think anything of that. It's not something that you'll see very often, I think. Right there, Russ almost made a bad throw, but once again, against man-to-man, you could pretty much take your pick at the crossing routes. This is why I like putting him on a fade on the outside. You have the one-on-one user catch option. If they're all worried about the crossing routes over the middle, they can't use for the outside. Right there, once again, it looked like he could have made a play on the ball, but honestly, he wasn't really close. Luke Wilson had pretty good separation right there. I'm getting a lot of man-to-man plays, so I'm just kind of hitting the crossing routes when they're wide open. I'm hoping that they give me some zone looks. I can kind of show you guys. Right there, I wasn't able to get the ball off, so that's what I'm talking about. That's why you always change the corner post route, because that was like a 4 or 5 man rush, and I had like 2 seconds to throw the ball maybe. So it's just not worth it. Right there, once again. And usually when stuff like that starts happening, that's when I have to start blocking my running back or whatnot. So just for sake of demonstration, I'm going to block the running back here just so that I can stop getting hit as I throw the ball. And right there, Russ made a bad throw. He threw it pretty high. I feel like Jermaine Kearse was open. Right there, they're in goal line, so go ahead and try and get them out of goal line because it does no good showing the play against goal line. Let's see. Once again, man-to-man. I'm hoping that I can show you guys how to throw it against zone, because it's pretty good against zone as well, and that's what the majority of people run. So right there, it's kind of what I'm talking about. That was a tougher catch than you usually have to make in zone, but you just have to wait for one of them to kind of get in one of those windows for you to throw the ball into. Right there, Jermaine Kearse over the middle, easy 20 yards. And then once they start focusing on the middle of the field, that's when you can do other stuff. You can like smoke screen Doug Baldwin and hit him in the flat if they're not respecting it. Right there, Russ made a bad throw, but it's probably for the best, because probably would have got jumped and picked. You can put somebody on like an in route to give you a secondary read over the middle. So if they're all going to try and stop the crossing routes, you hit the easy in route, get a free 9-10 yards. That's an option. What are some? That's pretty much the ways I run it. Russ is making a lot of bad throws right now, but usually, more times than not, I'll either have fades on the outside, or like a fade in a smoke screen, or a fade in an in, or I pretty much never do like double smoke screens. I accidentally flipped the play right there, but I never do like double smoke screens or double ins or anything like that. I always pretty much have at least one fade, and then do whatever I want on the other side. And that's why fades are good, because especially if a big receiver, user catching is OP this year, as I'm sure you guys know, and having that in your arsenal and having the threat of a user catch every play is really good. So that's pretty much it for this play. Just the timing of the routes are kind of specific. Like, as you can tell, I don't even have like really good timing, and Russ is just making me look awful. So yeah, and I run this play a lot, so there's still a lot that I can improve on in terms of making reads quicker and being in position better. So it's definitely a play that you definitely want to take into practice mode before you take it online. I'd say, just to kind of get familiar with the timing of the crossing routes and when you want to throw them against what coverages, stuff like that. But once you do master it, I think it's a really good play, and you can definitely build a very solid scheme around it. I mean, that's pretty much what my scheme is built around, and I like to think it's pretty solid. So, but yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was able to help you out on the offensive side of the ball. And until next time, guys, take it easy and have a great day.